Broadcasting from the heart of London to your heart. Radio Harold Hill.
Hello, my name is Sarah Madden. You're watching Radio Harold Hill. Joining me in the studio today is Kevin, and he's a magician. He's got a lot to talk to us about, so let's hear from him right now.
A saloon. So he's got one of those little hats on, and he's got, like I've got on, a waistcoat, but he's got a decorated waistcoat, and he had sleeves with the little braces that held your sleeves up. And as we approached, he's standing outside, and he clicked his fingers, and out of his pocket just rose this ball of light. And there must have been about 10 of us, and we're just looking at this man, and he's clicked his fingers forward, and it came towards us about 8 inches, maybe a foot.
Right, just to let you know, Kev is clicking his fingers, but there's no magic happening here.
Not yet, not yet.
Ball of light to just appear out of his pocket.
And it came floating towards us, and then he put his fingers together in a circle, and he actually went through his fingers, so it wasn't connected by string or anything, and then he held his pocket out, and it just went back in his pocket. We went, wow.
That's what I love about magic though, is that it's like when you're a child and you've got Santa Claus, especially in Christmas time, you imagine it and you believe it's true.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of the imagination as an adult is lost, as you grow up. So having a magician actually doing magic in front of you, and you're not actually being to understand how it happens or why it happens. And I think we want to know why it happens, and we want to know how it happens. And that little bit of imagination and intrigue, I guess, is kind of what gives magicians that foot in the door, and people want to see them, and just kind of, I could watch magicians for hours. But how did they do that? Tell me. And they won't, no, can't tell you. And it's like, I spend hours and days trying to figure out how it's done. I can never figure it out. I am blind.
That's the idea though, isn't it?
A lot of my friends, I said, can you figure it out for me, please? You're very clever. And they're like, I have no idea how it's done.
It's not about cleverness, it's about children see the world very simply, very plainly, and it either happens or it doesn't happen. There's no how did that happen, what's going on there, was there a secret move, was there a duplicate something or else, did they swap the mummy for something else, whatever it is. Children just see things black or white. I was at a charity do for the homeless on Sunday afternoon, and this very thing happened where I do a time travel trick, and it is a pretty cool trick. I haven't seen anybody else do it, so it's not mine, but it's a very old trick. So, and it's something that I perform at birthday parties, weddings, that sort of thing, because it is a big stage affair. And I did it at this charity do, and 3 children signed a card, and the mum signed a card. The mum's having their nails done and all bits and pieces, and we're all getting involved. And the mum was absolutely blown away with the finale. The kids just accepted that was the finale.
Oh.
And you go, okay. And that is the difference between doing it for children and doing it for adults, is that adults know there's logic involved. They know, they've got that bit of the brain. I did a 40th birthday party the other week, and my opening trick for the birthday boy, should we say, is a standard way of me giving my business card to people. And anybody who listens to this that's has been involved with magic with me will understand the trick. And it involves the spectator signing a business card, and then me doing something with whatever's on the business card to make it stand out and make it a bit special for them. And all night, the birthday boy's friend, 46, 48 years of age, kept coming up to me and go, just between me and you, go on, how was that done?
Yeah,
no, go on, just between me and you. I won't tell, well, apart from Dave, whose birthday it was, gone. Apart from that, we won't tell anyone. I said, no, it's not the done thing. And it's not because I don't want to share it. It's because when I first started thinking, oh, I'm going to go out and perform, it actually took me about a year and a half of practicing before I thought that I can go out and perform. So you've got all of this time, and then when you're performing for somebody, especially for the first couple of times, for me, it was not wanting to let down the thousands of magicians that went before me. And what I didn't want to do, the same way as I wouldn't tell anybody any of my effects or tricks, is that if these guys go out and perform them, then I'm ruining their business and their livelihood as well. And I wouldn't want them to do that to me, and there's no way in a million years I'd do that for them. So that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, just listening to you now, I can see that magic is your passion. Just how much you love it. Just, you know, you're smiling every time you're talking about it, and there's real love of what you do. And is that because you make people smile as well? You make people happy by what you do?
No other reason to do it, is there?
Exactly.
You know, is that I love talking to people. I love making people smile. And again, that's the thing about entertaining people is, as Robbie Williams said, if it don't feel good, what are you doing it for? You know, and that's the whole thing to me. It's the birthday boy, the thought of his birthday party the other week. It was a surprise birthday party for him, so not only did he have the surprise and everything else going on, he also had a surprise magician. And he looked at me and he went, oh my God, I'm going to be made to feel a fool, or I'm going to be put on centre stage. I'm going to be. And I said to him, it's a shock to you. I get that. I always do magic for the birthday boy first. Go away and have a drink. Go and say hello to a couple of people. My time doesn't start now. My time will start when you come back to me. Don't worry about it. And that was it. He went away. He calmed down. We met up a little bit later and blew the guy away and absolutely loved it. So, you know, for me, it's about the experience between the pair of us.
Yeah.
It's not about, you know, some magicians, you see them on telly, you listen to them on the radio and YouTube, and even some of the guys on stage. And for me, the way that they perform magic, it is, here's a magic trick, ain't I good? Give me a round of applause. It is though, isn't it? You know, and you can identify with that. And for me, and a lot of magicians at my level, we entertain. We get into it to entertain. We entertain to get those reactions, and we get reactions that are equally as strong as the main guys on telly.
Yeah.
But we get it right in front of us. And the moment that you see somebody's eyes change, or somebody just little flickers at the court, and they can be just as serious as they like and think that they fooled the magician and that you know, they weren't impressed. A magician knows, just absolutely knows, and it's absolutely brilliant every time. And when even when people just swear at you, and they just one word, and you go, that would do. That's the biggest praise I'm getting tonight, and it is. It's absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
So good. So, where do you envisage yourself in 5 years' time?
I didn't realise it was a job, did you? Well, hang on. 500 words per minute. I didn't break that, did I? I don't know really. I don't know. Everything's going really well at the moment. It's organic, it's growing, if you like. Got a good following, getting some really good testimonials if you go and have a look at the web page. And it is 5 years' time. It doesn't matter. I don't think. You know, for me, I would like to work full time at it.
Yeah.
Which means that if I work full time at it, it would give me time to, I suppose, work on my own tricks, work on my own effects, and that sort of thing. But yeah, at the moment I'm doing all right. It's going good.
So you've got enough like work and that kind of thing, you know, with lots of you going to lots of places.
I had 4 gigs over the weekend.
Yep.
So one of which I told you about earlier on was BP London's head office Christmas party, which was really amazing. I had a 60th birthday party, and I had 2 charity gigs over the weekend as well. I've had another Christmas party this week. I've got another big gig tonight, and I've got another Christmas party tomorrow night. So
fantastic, very busy.
Yeah, so very busy at the moment.
Okay, right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to play you a song while we get a bit of water. If you want to get in contact with Magic Kev, you can at kev@magicbykev.co.uk, and you're listening to Radio Harold Hill at www.radioharoldhill.co.uk. Joined us, interviewing a magician by the name of Kev, and it's Magic by Kev. And yes, so we're going to carry on with the next part of the interview. So, can you tell me about your Christmas initiative that you're doing?
Yeah, until I had 11 people share my status, I didn't realise it was quite such a big deal.
So what exactly is it?
What it is that I see my children for about 2 hours on Christmas morning. My Christmas day with my children is Boxing Day. So I spend the whole day with them, and we go to my mum's, and my brother brings his children, and we just all chill out and we have a really good time. So that's my Christmas day. Last year on the A127, there's a Roadhouse Diner just past Basildon turnoff.
Yeah.
And they appealed on Facebook for contributions to help people, again, that wouldn't normally have a good Christmas. So homeless people, children, one-parent families, people on low incomes, old age pensioners that were living by themselves that wouldn't necessarily get out or see anybody on the big day. And instead of contributing anything material, I gave them a ring and said, look, you know, I'm free from about 1 o'clock or so. Can I come down and support you guys and entertain so many people? Which they said, yeah, that'd be brilliant. So went down there, and we all had a blast. The homeless people, and we made things happen for them, and the children having magic that they'd never seen before right in front of them and happening in their hands. Absolutely loved it. And the old age pensioners just wanted people to talk to and just feel a bit,
They do,
as I said to you on the phone the other day, just a bit warm and fuzzy, which is what Christmas is about, which is kind of what we lost because we just live in a fast forward world where everything is just available and bang, bang, bang.
Absolutely.
So for me it was about spending a little bit of time with each group of people, and they must have had about, I don't know, 50, maybe 80 people in there, and that was all off their own back. It's all out of their own, if you like, out of their own pocket. I know they're running a business and it's profit, but at the end of the day, that's their profit because they run a business, and that's where it should stay. So they opened on Christmas Day. We gave up their day. 2 of their staff were there. I think there were 4 in the family, so there were 6, maybe 7 of them. There were a couple of helpers. I went down there, and then once everybody had gone back to their lives, shall we say, we sat down and had Christmas dinner and had a good old chat. It was a little bit dry and it was a little bit tough because we had waited a couple of hours, but the quality of the conversation of the people, should we say, far surpassed that. I'm trying to get people. So if you're listening out there, Radio Land or YouTube Land, I'm trying to get people that know people that will be alone on Christmas Day, or maybe don't have a lot of funds and can't buy everything they want for their children. I'm not just talking, or they can't afford a PS4 or just an Xbox. I mean, we're talking about people that really don't have a lot. So if you know anybody and you want to volunteer anybody, or talk to YouTube, or any organisation, or any organisations such as a children's home or an old age pensioners home. The idea is just to get out there, spend maybe 45 minutes in each location and entertain people and just get that warm fuzzy feeling back into their lives. You know, I've been homeless, I've suffered depression, I lost my business a couple of years back, big blow. And the only thing that got me through that was my children, shall we say, on a daily basis, was my children, just thinking about them each day. And thinking about, right, how am I going to run a business again? How am I going to get out there again? And I've always been a positive person, always been up and for things, so it really hit me sideways when it happened. I just thought I was ill. I just thought there was something wrong with me. I went to bed and like 4 months later I was still in bed. And,
we're actually going to, at some point, I'm going to do an invisible illness chat and interview, so we might have
magic, invisible illness. Wow, you are good.
Might have Magic by Kev back again.
Yeah, let's talk about that another day. Let's talk warm and fluffy.
Exactly.
So the idea is because of my experiences and particularly, and I can't help but keep talking about the Roadhouse Diner, because without them I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys. And they're really nice people and really into their community, and even though they're going through changes this year, they are still looking for donations for bits and pieces for homeless people, to put together food parcels and clothing parcels and give to and actually then go and ferry them out to the community. So even though they're not capable of doing their big thing, they're still out there doing stuff, and that inspired me, should we say. So this year I've got 8 hours because I need to sleep sometime, and I certainly need to sleep before Boxing Day. And the idea is that if you know anybody that would want somebody to come into their lives for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, entertain them for a bit, put a smile on their face, then give me a call. My website is www.magicbykev.co.uk. Contact me through that, or again, Facebook is Magic by Kev, and Twitter is @MagicByKev. So just get hold of me however you can, and let's see what we can do for these people.
This is an absolutely fantastic opportunity, and you know, I think that it's such a wonderful thing that you're doing. And when you spoke to me beforehand, you know, I wanted to get you on the radio because it really did touch my heart. I mean, I've been down and out. I think nearly everyone's been having hard times and they've been through bad parts in their life. And, you know, to have someone actually just say, well, you know what, I want to come and spread a little happiness, a little Christmas cheer especially in your life and make you happy. And there's points in my life when I wish someone had done that for me. So if you know someone that's on their own, and, you know, a lot of people are on their own at Christmas, and Christmas can be a very, very hard time for people. You know, please get in touch with Magic by Kev. You know, I really want to get on board with this. It's a wonderful thing that he's doing. And yeah, I would definitely get in touch with him. It's fantastic. So I think this is really, really good. So you've got the tea room in Chelmsford at the moment.
Yeah, there's a part of an event networking business side of things that I talked to somebody, and their friend is one of their friends is opening a tea room on Christmas Day for elderly people that again wouldn't otherwise have a Christmas. So they contacted me, and that's it. 1 o'clock, I think, after past 12, I'm going to be straight in there. And again, elderly people are really nice because they don't want a lot of your time. They're not expecting a lot of your time. And in all fairness, they don't really want magic. In my response, in my
befriending, isn't it? I think
yeah. In my experience, again, they just want to feel warm. They don't want to feel like they've been neglected. They love to flirt, which is absolutely They do. It's absolutely young man. Yeah, it's absolutely, and I love it. I love it. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
You're laughing in the background. Young man.
Young man.
Yeah, and they absolutely love it. And as I said, I love people. So and it doesn't matter whether they're 2 or 3. I've got friends that have got granddaughters that are 2 and 3, and they still like, apart from the initial bit, because I've been told I'm such a big character, apart from the initial bit of getting used to me in the first couple of weeks or so, after that they just won't leave me alone. And it doesn't matter what age they are, right up until, you know, elderly and stuff. I've worked in retail for 20, 30 years, I've run my own business for 10 years. I think I've just got a way of speaking to people and disarming people, and they absolutely love it. So again, they don't need magic. You know, the magic for them is that somebody is actually standing there talking to them on Christmas Day. So if we can do that, then let's do it, you know.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure when you get hit on by one of the elderly gentlemen. I tell you how beautiful you are.
Oh, well, I'll look forward to that. Thank you.
Right, so, you know, so you've done this Christmas initiative before. It was last year you said you did it before. So where originally did your idea come from? I mean...
Well, that's what I mean. That's where the Roadhouse Diner came in.
It was originally from that.
Yeah.
Was that when you did the gig there?
Yeah.
And that just got you started into it.
Yeah, yeah. And I can't see me not doing it any other Christmas either. It's one of those things that now that I know.
So every year you.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
This may be the only year that you can snap him up quick, guys. So you know, because the Roadhouse Diner has him. So if you're listening and you want Magic by Kev, please do get in touch. You can either get in touch with.
Yeah, Facebook page, website page. It's all Magic by Kev. So whether it's website, forget the www, but it's magicbykev.co.uk. Twitter is at magicbykev, and Facebook is Magic by Kev. So
and if you forget all that.
Yeah, if you forget all that,
Magic by Kev, then you can contact us as well on the website at www.radiohowardhill.co.uk.
And ask for Magic by Kev.
Ask for Magic by Kev, exactly. So yeah, it's really brilliant. So and Christmas Day, obviously, spread the cheer. You know, we've already discussed that. The charity events that you do, you really enjoy, and you don't charge either. You do that free, don't you?
Yeah, I do it free. I try to do at least one a month, which is quite a lot. I've had a lot of other people, entertainers and businesses, say that's too much. I don't think that is too much, really, in all fairness. But yeah, it's free. I don't even charge for petrol. Whereas a lot of entertainers, what they do is they'll take a fee and then they'll donate a certain amount of that to the charity. Whether it's 100%, whether it's 80%, that's up to them. But when I do a charity gig, no, I front the petrol. And I'm probably, out of all of the people there, probably the person that walks away the poorest. Because if there's a stall there that's raising money, what normally happens with the stall, as I was discussing at Freddie and Liam's do the other week, was that what normally happens with the stalls is that they pay a ground rent, and then whatever they make over and above the ground rent goes into their pocket, and that's fine. Absolutely, the charity gets what they outlaid for and what they budgeted for, and then so does the business, and it's a win-win situation. So with me, what I do is I pay for the petrol, I pay for any props that I use or destroy, which will
destroy.
Yeah, which we'll hopefully see in a bit. I rip cards up like crazy and do things that, as I say, you don't really see a lot of magicians do, because they go, oh, this is my life. But no, and if it's a special event like a birthday party or a wedding, just to get away from the charity stuff, is that with a pack of cards, instead of one person signing a card, I'll go around the whole event and try and get as many people to sign a card, and then that goes to the married couple or goes to the birthday person, and I just sign the cover, and that goes with them, and then they've got a signature of almost everybody that was there at the event. So yeah, so whatever I do
Really nice.
comes with a keepsake, comes with just a little bit extra. I've been in customer
It's
service all my life.
well,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's brilliant. You know, the charity event that was on the weekend, Freddie and Liam, there will be an article on the website as well, so you can check that out later. We're just going to go to a quick break, and then there'll be part 3 in just a moment. Sarah and Magic by Kev. So we're just going to kind of round it up a little bit, but I've just got a few more quick questions just to throw at you, if that's all right.
Go for it.
Okay. Do you have a role model in the magical world?
No, I don't think I do. No, I'm one of these people that all through their life, when people are throwing questions around, especially at school, and said, who do you look up to? Who do you who would you want to be like when you're older? And I don't want to be like anybody when I'm older. I don't want to be like anybody as a magician. No. I know who I am. I want to be like me, and I want to entertain. And I think it might sound a little bit big-headed and stuff, but you know, when David Blaine, should we say, brought magic back into the UK, because it had been missing since Paul Daniels had been around. Yeah. I know some people sneer at Paul Daniels, but he did so much for magic, especially now that I know what he did. It's unbelievable. And then when David Blaine came back and Dynamo kind of took that mantle over, that kind of fast, street-paced, hit 'em hard magic is what I do anyway. Yeah. And yeah, and that comes from them. But where I go, like you were saying earlier, in 5 years' time, yeah, I'll probably still be doing the hard hitting stuff, because that's for me is what gives me a buzz, shall we say.
Do you have an embarrassing moment?
Not in magic, no. No, I have to be honest. No, I have to be honest. No, I don't. No, No. Well, the biggest embarrassing moment was the first time that I ever performed for anybody. So, and that happened twice, should we say. And there were 2 firsts. The first time that I actually purposefully went out and performed, and I was sitting in a car. I was saying to you early on, it took me like a year and a half before I went out and perform for anybody, but then I sat in a car for 20 minutes looking at a lady's hairdressers where all the girls were standing around the till thinking, I've got to get out and perform for just one person, just get out the car, just get out the car, just get out the car. And it took me 20 minutes, and eventually I went in there and I said, look, I'm training to be a magician and I've got a magic trick, and will you be so gracious as? And it ended in a spontaneous round of applause, which they did do out of the kindness of their heart, so that kind of uplifted me. And the second time I was going into a nightclub and I had a pack of cards in my top pocket, and my friend goes out for cigarettes out the back, and I take my cards and I do the card bits and stuff, and the bouncer said to me, what have you got cards for? And he sniffed them to make sure they weren't laced with drugs and all. He said, well, do me a trick then, and I did, and he went, do it again, no, do that again, no, do it again. And he's looking at his mate and he goes, did you see, I was watching his hands that time, did you see that? And they called everybody, and that was over at the Festival Leisure Park over in Basildon. They called all the guys over, and all the other bouncers, and all the guys that looked after the cars. And in the end, I had 20 people in front of me, and he kept saying, "Do that trick again, do that trick again." And that was that.
And after this interview, there is going to be some tricks on YouTube. We are going to video some of those just to so that we could be wowed here in the studio. So if you want to check those out, you can go to our website at www.radioharoldhill.co.uk, and it'll be on YouTube as well, which is Radio Harold Hill. So, how can a radio station help you? Just quickly.
Well, I think you're helping me already, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, we're here today, and we're going to have people listening and hopefully looking at the YouTube clips and be reminded of the reason that we're here today.
Absolutely.
Obviously, it isn't for the magic.
Yep.
It's to make people's Christmases just a little bit brighter than maybe they were, you know, maybe yesterday or the day before. So if we can do that, let's get on and do it, you know.
Brilliant, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for coming in today. It's been an absolutely fantastic interview, and I hope you at home really enjoyed it. I know we did here. Thank you, and that's Sarah.
Let's party. Find us online at www.radioharoldhill.co.uk or download the app. Radio Harold Hill.